Hello everybody, it's Reggie here again. I just thought I would give you a quick update on the second tunnel entrance that I'm doing for the fiddle yard. So it's, if you saw the last video, it's similar to that except it's a bit bigger because the tunnel entrance is bigger. So it's made the same way, just out of 12mm wood and card, and then we've got a plasticard wall on the front, same as before, still needs capping. But then what I've done on here, if I can lift it up, the hillside is made basically from crunched up newspaper, which then is held down with masking tape to give the contours that I'm looking for. And then it's covered in mod rock, which you can buy in these rolls. As you know, it's quite cheap. I got this as an exhibition, but you can get them on eBay, I'm sure. So I give it a coat of the mod rock, let that dry, and then I get polyfiller and make it into a mix that can be painted on, so like single cream almost. So you need to buy the powdered polyfiller. This is from Wilkinson's, really cheap. You get 1.5 kilos, so it lasts for ages. So I mix it up, and once, like I say, the plaster cloth is dry, I give it a coat of the polyfiller. So what that does is it covers the holes up that you invariably get with the plaster cloth, and it gives it a really good hard shell, strengthens it up. So now that's all dry, and you can see the contours that we've got. I've tried to do it a bit more sloping. It's got a cardboard support at the back and the side with some braces underneath that I cut in the shape of the contour that I wanted, the hillside I wanted. So next stage now is to give it a coat of, I use earth undercoat from Woodland Scenics C1229, but you could use any paint from tester pots, you know, from hardware stores, etc., brown, whatever. So I'll do that, paint it on, and then we'll have a look at it again. So I'll just show you applying a bit of this. You just literally put it over the structure and then just start working it in. You can thin this down a bit, but I don't. I just and then make sure you cover up all the white patches. Okay, so that's painted now. We'll just leave that to dry. Then I'll start to finish off putting the tunnel mouth on and the capping on the wall, and then the next stage after that will be static grassing. So the paint has dried now on here. So what I'm going to do is put a coat of glue on the hillside, and then we will put some static grass flock on to start with. This is the Woodland Scenics static grass flock. So we'll use that first to give it a good coverage before then we go on to put the longer static grass on. So the first thing to do is get some glue and pour it all over. So I've put the glue all over the top, not been too worried if there's a little bit of patchiness, but I think it's pretty well covered. And then with the static grass applicator, this is just a cheap one I got off eBay a few years ago, and it works fine. I have also now got a Worldwide Scenics Pro Grass applicator, which I'll use for the finer detailing. The cat's trying to get in on it as well. But anyway, so let's just give this a go. that's given it a reasonable base layer. Switch that off. So that's given it a base layer there of fine flock, and now we can use the basing spray to go on to the next stage and put some of the longer static grass on. So I'll just load up the static grass applicator and I'll do that. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so I've loaded up now with some World War Scenics 4mm muddy grass, and I've also put some Pico 6mm straw in as well to mix it up a bit. So what I'll do is give a good covering of that and then maybe rough it up a bit. So first of all though, we've got to put the basing spray on. So this is the Pico basing spray, but World War Scenics do it as well, I think. So spray over, and then hold the applicator. With the pin nearby. Switch this off. When you switch your static grass applicator off, discharge it as well, or it can give you a bit of a jolt. Just like that. That's it. So now what I tend to do is just sort of rough it up a little bit with my fingers, because grass isn't always perfect, as you know. And there we have the second layer then of 4mm on there. So now I'm going to try the new Progress applicator, and I'm just going to do some patches and put some 6mm muddy grass in with a bit of the straw as well, and see how that comes out. So I'll load that up and come back. So this is the World War Scenics Progress applicator, and I've put the larger hopper on, so it's really just for doing detailed areas rather than large areas, which the other one is better for. So this is the first time I've used it, so we'll see how it works out. What I'm going to do is just spray a few areas, just to put a bit of this patchy on, and see how it works. Like I say, it's the first time I've used it, so give it a go. So I think I was putting too much in it, so it wasn't coming out. So I've put a little bit less in. So we'll give it another go. Okay, I'm not sure that's made a massive amount of difference, to be honest. Maybe it's better just for doing smaller patches really, rather than a larger landscape. But anyway, it's not looking too bad. And I'll let that dry and then carry on with some more. So just so you can see the effect, that's the effect of it now. Okay, so we'll let that dry and then we can carry on. So I've put the tunnel entrance on this side now in place. The static grass didn't turn out too bad, and what I've done, I've put a sort of pathway there that's made out of soil. Got some soil out of the garden, put it in the oven for half an hour and then sieved it. So now I've got to do some landscaping on here. I might put a fence around the edge of the grass. There's the tunnel entrance. The plasticard wall, the mortar didn't really work out that great. this time, but it doesn't look too bad, and I'll probably put some trees and bushes and things in front of it to hide it, and I'll put some capping on as well. But this now allows me to carry on and start landscaping this side of the layout, and it is removable, so if I have a derailment or want to clean the track, etc., then I can get to it. The other one, the small one, I've started to put some more detail on. I've put some small seafoam trees on and some bushes, etc. And I've got one that's creeping down here to hide the fact that there's not a buttress there. And again, this now will allow me to start landscaping the other end of the layout, so I'll put that in place. So you can see that's there in place now, and I've started to put some earth colours down on the layout here, which I'll now start to static grass and do a bit of landscaping. It is a bit flat, really. I would have liked to have introduced some small hills and things, but there isn't really the room, so I'm just going to static grass that and put some bushes and hedges in to try and give it a little bit of some trees maybe to try and give it a little bit of height variation. But and then now I can carry on going around this area to carry on with the landscaping. So I've put down some static grass in this area now. I'm not completely convinced by it, but maybe when it has some bushes and trees and things, it might look better. What I did run out of, this area's got some dead grass in it, and I ran out of that, so I need to get some more dead grass to put on here, I think, to improve it. So I'll get hold of some more of that, but I'll leave this video here for now, and when I've done some more landscape into this area, I'll come back and show you what I've done. So thanks for watching, and I hope you liked it. If you've got any comments, please put them below. Thanks to all the subscribers, and if you want to subscribe, please do, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye.